Megan was a bit nervous as she made her way to the casting call for the new TV series. She had just moved to LA and was trying to get her big break. She had landed a few small gigs, but nothing major yet. She had been waiting for this audition for weeks, and she had spent hours practicing her lines and perfecting her look. When she arrived at the studio, she was struck by how busy it was. There were so many people milling around, all vying for their chance at stardom. She made her way to the receptionist and signed in. "I'm here for the audition," she said, smiling brightly. The receptionist gave her a once-over and then handed her a clipboard with a few pages of script. "Just fill these out and wait in the green room. Someone will call you when it's your turn." Megan was a bit disappointed when she finished filling out the paperwork. There were so many other girls there, all with their own unique beauty and talent. She didn't feel particularly special, but she knew that she had worked hard and had something to offer. A few minutes later, Megan was called to a small room where the director sat behind a desk. He was a middle-aged man with a thick beard and a stern look on his face. "Take a seat," he said, barely looking up. Megan sat down and handed him her headshot and resume. He scanned it quickly and then cleared his throat. "I'm sorry," looking up at her with a frown. "But we're looking for someone with a bit more." Megan felt tears fill her eyes as she rose from her chair. She had been practicing her lines for weeks, and she had felt so sure of herself. "Thank you for your time," she said softly, trying to hold back her disappointment. As she was leaving the studio, a man approached her and introduced himself as Max. He said he couldn't help but overhear her conversation with the director and offered to take her to another audition that he thought she would be perfect for. Feeling hopeful, she followed Max to another studio where she met the producer of a pornographic film. She was hesitant at first, but Max assured her that it was a lucrative industry and there was nothing wrong with exploring her sexuality. The producer explained that they were looking for fresh faces and that she had the look they were searching for. He asked if she was willing to perform sexual acts on camera, to which she hesitated for a moment before agreeing. The scene began with Max, who had decided to stick around for moral support, being flanked by two other men. As the cameras rolled and the actors began to perform, she felt a surge of excitement. The first thing she noticed was Max's massive 10-inch member, which was almost intimidatingly large. But as the scene progressed, she found herself enjoying the attention of the other actors. As they took turns penetrating her, she realized that this was not just a job, but an experience she would never forget. She was free to explore her sexuality in ways she had never imagined before, and with each thrust, she felt herself becoming more and more aroused. After the shoot was over, she approached the producer and asked about the part she had auditioned for earlier. The producer smiled and said that they would be in touch, implying that she had landed the role. She left the studio feeling a little confused, but also filled with excitement about what the future held. As she walked down the street, smiling to herself, she wondered if this was just the start of something new and exciting.